Senate approves revenue target for Nigeria Customs Service. House of Representatives urges security chiefs on deployment of personnel to Fika local government area of Yobe State. Plus, ECOWAS Parliament on diplomatic mission to Senegal call for peaceful dialogue among stakeholders. Good evening and a warm welcome to NTA Parliament News. I am Vivian Itekpefo. Senate approves 5.79 trillion naira as 2024 revenue target for the Nigeria Customs Service. It also approves 706 billion naira expenditure to cover capital overhead and personnel costs for the service in 2024. The approvals, as recommended by the Senate Committee on Customs, aims at addressing infrastructure deficit for optimal performance. Meanwhile, in line with the request of President Bola Tinubu, Senate also confirms the appointment of Adama Oluwole Oladapo as Executive Director, Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Gas Infrastructure Fund Board. And the House of Representatives has urged the Chief of Army Staff and the Inspector General of Police to deploy more security personnel to Fika local government area in Yobe State and its environs, with a view to improve the security situation in the area. This followed a motion of urgent public importance moved by member representing Fika Fune Federal Constituency, Muhammad Buba Jajeri. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports that the House also mandated the Central Bank of Nigeria to maintain system exchange rate for customs duty and excise below 1,000 naira per dollar to encourage patronage of Nigerian ports. Meanwhile, the Senate has constituted a committee for the review of Nigeria's constitution. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali again reports that the persistent depreciation of the naira and inconsistency in the foreign exchange rate also took center stage on the floor of the Red Chamber.
There is need for us to touch on some aspects of the Constitution to bring them in line with current realities, particularly with the era of artificial intelligence and some of the things that we have observed that need to be put right.
Thereafter, Senator Osita Isunazu lays debate on a motion over activities in the foreign exchange market and some of the economic policies of the CBN, which were described by many senators as worrisome.
In Nigeria, foreign exchange market is done through authorized link banks, while the market infrastructure and trading platform is provided by the FMDQ, group licensed by the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC.
$2.4 billion were invalid claims. And if he had not done this, nobody knows. Maybe the former Central Bank governor would have paid everything, and the country will continue to sink.
That the current movement in the rate that was witnessed recently, the implication is far-reaching, particularly for those who have borrowed in foreign currency in this country.
Now, the mover of the motion has applied to withdraw it and represent it in a way that the Senate has suggested, and it has been seconded by Senator Olamileko. Those who are in support that this motion be withdrawn now, for represented in the next legislative day, say aye. Aye. Those again say nay. The ayes have it.
A motion of urgent public importance to investigate the cause of the death of CEO of Access Bank, Herbert Wigwe, was also brought to the floor of the Senate by Senator Orwell Onyeso. Senators also mourns the demise of Senator Itak Bob Ekarika, as sponsored by the Senate President.
Send a high-powered delegation of the Senate to his burial with a letter of condolence to commiserate with the family, the people, and the government of Rivers State.
Across the sub-Saharan Africa and beyond into Asia. In fact, Herbert was about to close the biggest and largest transaction ever by any commercial bank in Nigeria.
He has been to Sokoto several times and has maintained his relationship with the people of Sokoto State, particularly those of them that they were in STEM school at the FGC Sokoto.
So I thank the Senate for the sentiments expressed. I thank the entire Senate for supporting this very motion. And I want to join you to wish his soul to rest in perfect peace.
5 bills also passed first reading, including that of federal medical centers, while a bill for an act to establish the Northwest Development Commission and that of NYSC Trust Fund were stepped down. From the National Assembly, Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
And staying with the Red Chamber, Chairman Senate Committee on Marine Transport, Senator Wasiu Eshinlokun, has expressed the commitment of the 10th Senate to formulate laws that will ensure Nigerians enjoy the benefits inherent in the blue economy sector. This was during the 2023 budget performance and 2024 budget proposal presentations by parastatals in the marine transport sector. National Assembly correspondent Amina Seidu reports.
Discussions tied around identifying challenges that impede seamless realization of revenue targets, with a strong desire to develop the maritime sector through effective synergy, took center stage at the meeting.
And the actual generated 105.1 billion, representing 87%. Other line of income include cabotage income, sea protection levy.
The ongoing economic reform efforts of the federal government is expected to inject direct foreign investment, therefore leading to industrial growth, and with it, we expect an increase in dry bulk and general cargo import into the country.
We are proposing a total sum of 33,789,095,361 naira 77 kobo.
Committee members pledged the sector of their support where necessary and also effective oversights to ensure adequate compliance and service delivery.
Let your budget be as I speak for itself, be as I said before we pass it.
All the hurdles or bottlenecks that you have as an authority to see into the efficacy of the cabotage, let the committee, let the chairman know, write to the chairman.
Apart from NIMASA, Ports Authority and Shippers Council, also present include Maritime Academy of Nigeria, Oron, Nigerian Maritime University, Okerenkuku, and Council for Regulation of Freight Forwarding in Nigeria. From the National Assembly, Amina Seidu, NTA News.
As the bedrock of any development, Nigeria must prioritize sound education foundation for its children. This is the position of the House of Representatives during a debate on a motion seeking to address the problem of out-of-school children in Nigeria. National Assembly correspondent Isa Mohammed reports.
5 bills kickstart the day, giving accelerated passage by the legislators, including a bill for an act to amend the Cybercrime Prohibition and Prevention Law 2004, that of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Act 2004, and an act to establish Federal Medical Center in Abuja, Enugu State. Others are bills to establish Federal University of Science and Technology, Remo, Ogun State, and a bill to establish Federal College of Education, Omu Ore. Lawmakers also adopted 8 motions, among which are recruitment of community policing, need to address problem of out-of-school children, and other infrastructure development issues.
If we don't get it right, if we don't create opportunity for our children to get educated, whatever it is that we set out to achieve in terms of our national plans, it will be a mirage. We will never get to achieve any of them. Thank you.
The objective of these bills, among others, are to ensure that the safety, comfort, and the rights of commuters are prioritized, that the commuters' rights and dignity are promoted and protected, to ensure a national passengers protection plan which shall include House Note with great concern the existence threat posed by erosion in Indo-Kwais communities along the bank of River Niger, including Abalosumili, Uchi, Okpai, Abalagada, Abo, Adiobiaka, Utuoku, Umoru, Onya communities in Indo-Kwakwan Federal Constituency.
Meanwhile, the bill seeking to alter the constitution and amend presidential to parliamentary system of government has passed first reading at plenary. From the National Assembly, Isa Muhammad, NTA News.
Meanwhile, some members of the House of Representatives seek to alter the 1999 Constitution to pave way for transition from presidential to parliamentary system at all levels of government. While briefing newsmen shortly after plenary, the spokesperson of the group, Abdusamad Datsuki, says the parliamentary system bill, when passed, will streamline administration, potentially reducing bureaucratic hurdles, fostering more collaboration between the executive and legislative branches, reduce the high cost of governance with positive impact on the nation's political landscape and living standard of the citizenry. The lawmakers stressed the need to raise awareness on the benefits of the shift in system of government to ensure robust public debates, stakeholder consultations, expert analysis, thorough and informed decision-making process for the future generation. It's time we take a break. When we return, news from the state assemblies and ECOWAS mission to Senegal. Please stay tuned.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
This is NTA Parliament News reaching you from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Kano State House of Assembly has reaffirmed its commitment towards ensuring that the state receives transparent service delivery, devoid of corrupt practices. This came to light when an entourage of the State Anti-Graft Commission, led by the chairman, Muhi Magaji Remingado, visited the lawmakers. Aminu Umar reports.
Corruption is one of the impediments that hinders the growth and development of this nation, and fighting it has not always been an easy battle for the anti-graft agencies. The visit to the speaker by the chairman, Kano State Public Complaint and Anti-Corruption Agency, Muhi Magaji, beyond familiarization, is to, among others, seek for the amendment of the law establishing the agency, which was formulated in 2008 and amended in 2010. This is to give more powers to the agency to be able to carry out civil forfeiture in addition to more funding for the agency to deal with the enormous litigations before it.
Even though the law established the commission empower us to create another department by rules of the commissions, but that is not enough by what we have witnessed, especially in the litigations the commission, find itself.
The Speaker, Ismaila Folgore, who commended the agency's effort towards advancing the state anti-corruption gesture, says the legislative arm is ready to give the agency the required backing needed to function well. Meanwhile, during its plenary, the House, through a motion of urgent public importance raised by member representing Take constituency Musa Ali Kachako, expressed deep concern over the hike in commodities, the issue that is affecting Kano people and Nigerians.
The quantum of problem is so unbearable, Mr. Speaker, that we the people, we the elected people by the people of Kano State, need to show concern. And we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Creator, has said, whenever there is any hardship, there will be a relief, Mr. Speaker. But since it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that, we have to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this very serious situation we found ourselves in.
The House also condoled with people of Iru local government who lost their loved ones following a road crash on their way to Lagos. In Kano, Aminu Umar, NTA News.
And from Sokoto State comes the report that the House of Assembly has called on the state government to, as a matter of urgency, ban the exportation of foodstuff and to set up a task force on regulation of prices of essential commodities. This is the resolution announced by the Speaker Tukur Bala Bodinga after presentation of matters of urgent public importance by Shamsu Aliu, member representing Wurno constituency. Nuruddin Abdullahi Adili reports.
Member representing Wurno constituency Shamsu Aliu described recent report by the World Bank on food security, which predicted that 7 states in Nigeria, Sokoto inclusive, may face hunger come May this year as worrisome. He said it is disturbing the way prices of essential commodities have skyrocketed. He called on the state government to take necessary measures aimed at cushioning the effect of prevailing economic hardship being faced by Nigerians.
Peoples are suffering. Peoples are facing hardship. They are facing hunger. If you look at the people's faces, you know they are in the real hardship. So we want to curb the impact of inflation in the country.
Member representing Yabo constituency Abakar Shehu Yabo and Bashir Isa of Tambole East constituency contributed, calling on government as a matter of urgency to come to the aid of people in the state by doing the needful.
Considering the hardship our people are in now, an average man cannot afford 3 square meals in a day, and most of the civil servants, their salary cannot buy a bag of rice.
Sokoto State, what we need now is food security, not putting barbed wire in every nook and cranny within the metropolis. Therefore, it's up to the state government to ensure that to curtail the smugglers taking the foodstuff from Sokoto to neighboring countries. State government should ensure that the federal grants and IGR being generated by the state government has been utilized effectively in providing foodstuff to the teeming people of Sokoto State.
The Speaker Tukur Bala Bodinga announced the House resolved to call on state government to urgently ban exportation of food items and set up task force to regulate the prices of essential commodity in the state. From the Sokoto State House of Assembly, I am Nuruddin Abdullahi Adili, NTA News.
A motion seeking the ban of usage of styrofoams for food service, storage, and other related usage has been adopted by the Oyo State House of Assembly. Correspondent Oyeyinka Omole reports on this and other proceedings.
Based on convincing outcome of different medical research works confirming harmful effects of styrofoams to human health and the environment globally, the Oyo State House of Assembly followed suit in banning its usage through a motion co-sponsored by the leader of the House, Sonjo Adedoyin, and lawmaker representing Ibadan North 2 State Constituency, Gabriel Adebayo.
For the executive arm of government through the Ministry of Information and Orientation and other information dissemination organization of government to organize alignment and program to sensitize the public on the danger of using styrofoam.
To the legislators, the ban of the usage of the item in food packaging and storage has been long overdue.
It has been observed and can be confirmed that the styrofoam has effect, a cancer effect on animals. I think we need to look at this, and we don't need to waste time on it to ban it.
We also, implore other states and houses of assembly and other states governments to also do the same in order for us to keep the people safe, as that is our primary job as the legislative arm.
The House therefore adopted all the recommendations in the motion. In a related move, a motion calling for the implementation of food safety requirements for handling and transporting food products in the state was also adopted at the proceeding.
Government has the responsibility to protect their people by ensuring that the food available and offered to consumers meets food safety standards. Unfortunately, continued unintentional unintentional consumption of unsafe foods by the people of Oyo State is leading to the high public health and economic costs.
And I believe it is part of our duty as legislative arm of the government to protect our people, especially by adopting this very important motion.
A fire incident, which resulted to immense economic loss at Songo Market in Ibadan recently, was brought up on the matter of urgent public importance in order to urge relevant authorities, especially the state governor, to provide succor for the affected traders. The House adjourned sitting to Tuesday, 13 February 2024 in Ibadan. Oyeyinka Omole, NTA News.
The Parliamentary Diplomacy Mission of the ECOWAS Parliament requests the ECOWAS Commission to, as a matter of urgency, send a joint mission to Senegal as early as next week to facilitate the organization of a national political dialogue. The Parliamentary Diplomacy Mission, led by the Speaker of the Parliament, Sidi Tunis, makes an urgent appeal for calm and restraint and calls on all political actors to avoid using any form of discourse that could lead to violence or create more tension in the country.
All other stakeholders, that the ECOWAS Parliament and ECOWAS generally will remain neutral in the political processes in Senegal.
The Parliamentary Diplomacy Mission urges all socio-political actors to urgently engage in an inclusive and fraternal political dialogue with all political and social stakeholders with a view to create favorable conditions for the organization of open, credible, inclusive, and transparent presidential elections. Meanwhile, the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Musa Faki Mahamat, has called for the ratification of the 2014 protocol to the Constitutive Act of the Pan-African Parliament, also known as the Malabo Protocol, as it is crucial to bringing stability to the Parliament. The chairperson of the AUC made the statement at the 44th Ordinary Session of the Executive Council, comprising foreign affairs ministers, taking place at the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa. Mahamat pointed out that legal ambiguities in the current protocol have hindered the PAP's effectiveness since its inception. He stressed the need for the ratification of the Malabo Protocol as essential for resolving the institutional challenges that the Constitutional Parliament faces. Established in March 2004, the Pan-African Parliament has not achieved full legislative powers due to the protracted pace at which member states are ratifying the needed 2014 protocol amendments. The ratification, he says, is crucial for bestowing the PAP with the authority that will harmonize national legislations and enhance the legal and institutional framework. And that's the size of our bulletin for the day. Remember to log on to NTA Parliament on the platforms on your screen. On behalf of the production crew, I am Vivian Itekbefo. Many thanks for watching.